Hello students, today we will be discussing about the electronic effect. Now this electronic effect arises due to what? Due to the migration of electrons in a chemical reaction. So in a chemical reaction, or we can say that in an organic reaction to occur, the most important thing is what? The migration or the shifting of electrons. So due to the shifting or migration of electrons, the electronic effects arises, and the electronic effects are of four types. They are the inductive effect, the mesomeric or also known as resonance effect, the hyperconjugation effect, and the electromeric effect. Now out of these, the first three, that is our inductive, mesomeric and hyperconjugation, they are what? They are our permanent effects, or we can say that they occurs due to the permanent displacement of electrons. Whereas the last one, that is the electromeric effect, it is what? It is a temporary effect, and this effect comes into play just before the chemical reaction starts. So let us discuss one by one. Before that, we have already discussed in our previous video that in an organic reaction, a reactant changes into product, and in the course of this reaction, an intermediate may also be formed. So when we are saying a reactant, it consists of two parts, that is our substrate and the reagent, which is also known as what? The reagent is an active species, or we can say that it is an attacking species, and the reagent attacks the substrate molecule for the chemical reaction to occur. And what is a substrate? The substrate is the one which is being attacked during the course of the reaction. For example, we can say that carboxylic acid, aldehydes, all these are examples for what? Our substrate. And the reagents that we have already discussed, our electrophiles, our nucleophiles, our free radicals, all these are what? These are our attacking species. So let us consider the inductive effect, or our first electronic effect. Now as said earlier, this inductive effect is what? This inductive effect is a permanent effect, right? Okay, this is a permanent effect, and it occurs when there is a shifting of electrons along the carbon chain. Now you can see that in the first case, along the carbon chain we have taken an atom, and what is this X? The X is more electronegative than what? More electronegative than carbon. So since it is more electronegative than carbon, what will happen? It will pull electrons towards itself. Can see it can pull electrons towards itself due to the greater electronegativity, and thus there will be formation of a partial negative charge. Why we are saying a partial negative charge? Because the electrons are not completely pulled. It will just pull electrons from the carbon chain towards itself. So as it develops a partial negative charge, this carbon will develop a partial positive charge because its electrons are getting more shifted towards the electronegative atom. And considering the second carbon atom, it will also develop a partial positive charge. Why we are here showing two double partial positive charge? Because its effect will be less compared to the first carbon. So in this case, when an electron withdrawing group is present, or we can say that the group present is more electronegative than carbon, this type of inductive effect is known as what? It is known as minus I effect. Now consider the second case. In this case, you can see that a group is attached, and the group is an electron releasing or an electron repelling group. That is, the group is having a less electronegativity than carbon. As a result of which, what? It will push electron towards the carbon chain. You can see here, since it is less electronegative, it will push electron towards the carbon chain, as a result of which it will develop a partial positive charge, and this will develop a partial negative charge. And it is represented by which effect? It is represented by plus I effect. So we can say that in the case of inductive effect, which is a permanent effect, there are two type of effects. One is the plus I effect, and the second is minus I effect. The plus I effect occurs due to the electron releasing group. What are the electron releasing group? For example, our alkyl groups, these are electron releasing groups. Similarly, if we are taking a metal, all these are electron releasing group. Whereas minus I effect arises due to the electron withdrawing group. What are the examples for that? NO2 is an example for electron withdrawing group. Cn, cyano group is an example for electron withdrawing group. Similarly, fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine, all these are example for what? Electron withdrawing group. So in the case of inductive effect, the important points that you have to remember is that it arises due to the electronegativity difference between the carbon and the group attached. Second, it is a permanent effect. And what do you mean by this permanent effect? It arises due to the partial displacement of electron. And the important thing that you have to remember is this inductive effect operates only through which electrons? Only through sigma electrons. Again, we can say that the inductive effect decreases with increasing distance. As the distance increases, what happens? The inductive effect also decreases. Now let us understand these points more clearly using some example. For example, you are given a question here and CH3 group is given, CH3 CH2 group is given, CH3 CH2 CH2. So out of these three, we have to find out which one is having more inductive effect, or the group which is showing a higher inductive effect. So you can see in all this case, alkyl group is there. So when an alkyl group is there, we know that the alkyl group shows what effect? The alkyl group shows plus I effect. So we can say that the point that you have to remember is that more the number of carbon atom, more is the plus I effect. So out of these three, the one which is having higher number of carbon atom is which group? This group, CH3. There is 3 carbon atom. So out of these three, the one which is having the higher plus I effect, or the one which shows the higher inductive effect is the one which is having a higher which is having a more number of carbon atoms. Similarly, let us consider one more example. In this case, you can see that the example given is CH3 CH2, here CH3 CH3, and here another group is given. So here you can see that this carbon is linked to only one alkyl group. So it is our what? It is our primary alkyl group. In the second case, you can see that this carbon atom is attached to two alkyl groups. So this one is what? This one is our secondary group. And in this case, it is this carbon is attached to how many alkyl group? It is attached to 3 alkyl group. So this one is what? This one is our tertiary alkyl group. So the order of inductive effect is the tertiary is having the higher inductive effect compared to our secondary and primary. So another point that we got is that the inductive effect in the case of tertiary, secondary and primary is in the order of what? The tertiary one will be having the greater inductive effect compared to secondary and our primary. Now let us take one more example. Now in this case, you can see that these carbon atoms, the first 3 carbon atoms are having what? They are having an sp3 hybridization, whereas these two, in this case, they are having what? They are having an sp2 hybridization. Now we know that the sp3 hybridization, the S character is less compared to that of sp2. In the case of sp3, the S character is only what? 25%. How we are getting? 1s by 3. Sorry, 1 by 4 into 100. So only 25% is there. Whereas in the case of sp2, the S character is what? The S character is 33% is there. So in this case, you can see that more the S character, greater is the electronegativity. So the S character is greater in case of what? Greater in the case of sp2 hybridization. So this part will be showing greater minus I effect. Why? Because greater the S character, what will happen? Greater will be the electronegativity. And since greater electronegativity means what? It will have greater electron withdrawing powers. And thus, which effect will be greater? Minus I effect will be greater. Hope all these things about the inductive effects are clear. Thank you.